Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm here with another paint with me video. So here you can just follow me step by step whatever I do here. And for this I am going to show you what materials I use. So these are the three brushes I'm using. Small one is number 0, middle one round is number 6, and this flat brush. In case if you don't have that kind of brush, you can also use a flat brush too if you want to. Alright, so again these are the three brushes I'm using, and I'm also using my canvas. It's a 8 by 10 size of canvas. I bought it from a local craft store near where I live. So if you are interested getting a stretch canvas, I'm gonna put the link down below if you want to check it out. Alright, so these are the color acrylic paint I'm gonna be using. This white, plain black, I'm not sure what shade this red is, but it's just a plain red. For this one, blue, it says turquoise, see here, and it's from Craft Smart. And I'm also gonna be using this purple. Mine just says purple here. So if you don't know, I am selling art kit, and I have a website. You can check it out. I'm gonna put the link down below. And I usually pack all the paints in a container like that, and I just messed up one of them, so I'm also gonna be using yellow color too. Okay, and make sure you also have a cup of water and also a paper towel. So the kit that I was talking about, it includes all the art supplies you need with the step-by-step video instructions. So I share some of my painting here in YouTube, and you will also find so many other painting options on my website. So if you are interested painting with me with like step-by-step instructions, check out my website. You will find so many different paintings there. Okay, just ignore this owl on my canvas here. Like I said, I sell a painting kit, and I draw this for one of the painting kit order, but then I didn't yeah, something like that. Okay, but yeah, I'm using my round big brush, and I'm just gonna wet my bristles a little bit and also just drying a little bit on the paper towel. Okay, so now I'm gonna work on the sky area first. Yes, I'm making a top part. The half of the top part will be sky, and the bottom area is gonna be the water, so the ocean. Okay, so I just find the center of my canvas and just apply one horizontal line. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's okay. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cover maybe couple inches from that area on the top, so something like this, just going left and right, no any other different strokes. For now, all I'm gonna focus is just how I just cover all those area, because I'm gonna come back and do one more layer with that too, because I have an owl there and I really want to hide it. I use eraser, but it's still not erasing perfectly, so I have to do couple coats here. Alright, and my yellow is too bright, so that's why I also take a tiny bit of white and go over on my whole yellow area so that it's not too much brighter. Alright, and then I am just gonna clean my brush here and then move on to my next color. But before I apply that color, I'm gonna take a little bit of white first. This white will help us to spread that color very easily. Okay, so here I'm just gonna take a little good amount of white, and then I'm just gonna cover maybe about an inch. So for this part, you can maybe just watch me first what I'm trying to do here, so you get more idea. For me, I really like this color a lot, so I am gonna be using this color a little bit more. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just adding like small little dashes, longer dashes like that, very randomly after I apply white. Okay, so something like this. So I always like to say less is better. Start with the less color, you can always go back at more color if you want to. So then what I did is clean my brush on the paper towel. I didn't wash it, and then going over on that area, just left to right like that. And that's gonna blend red and white together. So I am done with this part. Now I'm just gonna clean my brush here. And as you can see, I didn't really add any red on the yellow area, but that's okay if you also add a little bit of red on the yellow. That's gonna look very pretty. I'm gonna actually blend everything together at the end. So what I'm doing right now here is also adding white first on whatever area I have left on the top, and just taking also a little bit of water. So you don't have to take too much water. I'm just taking just because I also am gonna go back one more time with the second layer. So yeah, okay. So do you remember how we applied red earlier? I'm doing the same thing. I'm just adding little longer dashes with using that turquoisey blue color that I have here, and I'm also gonna repeat the same thing with the purple. So something like this, just very randomly I'm adding purple and blue. Okay, and then I'm just gonna clean my brush, and just because I use a little bit of white first, it will be so much easier to spread and blend these colors all together. And I'm just going left and right on top of those colors. And you can maybe also go a little bit on the red area too, but not now. Just focus on the top area first, and then clean your brush, and then go between all those colors if you want to. Okay, so now here I have a lot of blue on my brush, so here I'm just gonna clean my brush and also dry it a little bit, and then I'm just gonna start applying a little bit of white. So here I'm taking a little bit of white and going over on the red area, and also a little bit on the blue area. So now you just have to go a little bit on the blue and then go back on the red, and then also bring that color a bit on the yellow area. So you really have to work on the center of those areas. So something like this, the more you go, it's gonna blend more. Whenever you feel like you don't like the color, that's okay, let it dry and go back with the color that you like most there. So that's what I'm gonna do in a second, because I really want to add some more red here. So that's why I'm just gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna work on the water area now. And by mistakenly I also add some yellow there, but that's okay. Okay, so here I clean my brush, dry my brush, and now I'm gonna work on the water area. So for that, I'm still using that same blue color that I have here, and every time when I add this color, I'm starting from the edge of my canvas and then bringing my paint in. So something like this, starting from the edge, bringing my paint in like that. And as you can see, I didn't take any water, any other paint. I'm just using that same blue color. Now if you really want some different color on your water, you can definitely use darker blue there, and also white if you want to. But I'm going to show you white, how I use it in the center area in a second. Okay, and I also repeat the same thing on the other side. Now if you want to do this center area and it's hard because you are just using this paint, just little trick is take tiny bit of paint, put it on the side of your plate, and a little bit of water. If you take a little bit of water in your brush, it will help you to get that edgier line. I'm not talking about the small line, I'm talking about the edgier line. Okay, and I repeat again, same thing on the starting from the edge and bringing my paint in. So something like that. Alright, so now as you can see, center area is looking a little empty, right? So here I'm just adding just maybe 3 or 4 lines, so something like this. Just very randomly I'm going, and I'm gonna now take a little bit of purple, and I'm gonna repeat the same thing like I did with my blue, starting from the edge, bringing my paint in. But this time I'm not going everywhere, just randomly applying this paint so I can see more blue and little less purple there. So yeah, something like this, and also repeating the same thing on the other side. And in the center area again, I am also gonna add some more purple. So just like I did with my blue, I'm doing the same thing with this purple. Just maybe 3 or 4 lines in the center area. And then I'm just gonna clean my brush here. Okay, so now here I was done with my white color, so I need to take some more out. So here I'm just using that same brush and taking that white little by little this time, and just going, starting from the center, going left to right, just in the center area only, and trying to cover all of this area. And just because my purple and blue is still wet, this white will become slightly little bit of a lighter blue, lighter purple color there, and that's what I'm going for. And the best part about using acrylic paint is whenever you feel like you apply too much white there and it's becoming too much like lighter blue color there, just apply a little bit of blue and the purple on the edges just like you did it earlier, and it's all gonna come together, right? So that's why I love using acrylic paint. Okay, so now here I'm just gonna clean my brush, and then I am taking a little bit of yellow now, and I'm adding this reflection of the sky on the water. So just very randomly I'm adding a tiny bit of yellow, and just using a tip of my bristles for the whole time when I add. Now if you feel like your yellow is not that bright, just add a little bit of white with the yellow and it will be a little bit lighter than just a regular yellow color. Okay, so now here that's all I'm doing with the yellow. Now I'm just gonna clean my brush, and now I'm gonna add some white. So again, I'm just taking tiny bit of white and just adding 1 or 2 line like that, and just going couple more time there. But I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not going too many times on each area, maybe 1 or 2 times. Okay, and yeah, just try again using very less color, and take a little break, maybe go a little bit far away from your painting and look back your painting so that you get more idea if you want to like go back with any other color there or not. But for this you have to take a little break. I always do that when I don't understand what I really want to do in that painting next. So yeah, so here I'm just adding a little bit more white here, and you can also go back with some yellow if you want to, or maybe if you feel like you would add too much of the yellow and the white, go back with some more blue there. And that is exactly what I'm gonna do now. So here I'm just taking a little bit of blue, and also you can also use a purple if you feel like it's almost looking the same color. Okay, so again I'm just randomly adding this kind of a line wherever I want to make it slightly more darker, so that it's not gonna be too real, but I really like how the edges looks more darker and the center area is a little bit more lighter. Alright, so now you can take a little break if you want to. I'm gonna work on my sky area now because I really want to add some different some more colors there. But if you are really like putting your palm on your canvas and like to paint, make sure you take a little break, otherwise you're just gonna ruin your water, like the ocean area that you just make there. Okay, so yeah, I actually am very used to painting, so I'm not taking any break here. But I don't really like how my sky is looking right now, so I go back with some more of that blue color there, So I'm just gonna cover the all that blue area with a little bit more blue. And as you can see, you cannot see any owl now. That's the main important thing. I don't know why, but yeah, that order got cancelled, and that's why I can't erase the pencil line. So now I was just trying to use this canvas here. Okay, so now I actually am also gonna apply some purple here too. So just taking a little bit and just adding this kind of a line first, very lightly, and then I'm just gonna blend it again just like I did earlier, but just because I had owl there, um, that area was looking a little bit different. But now it's looking pretty. And after you add this kind of line, you can clean your brush if you feel like you have too much of purple there, but or you can also use a flat brush if you want to. But I'm still using my that same round brush and very lightly touching my canvas and going left to right like that, very lightly touching my canvas. I'm not using all the bristles, just using the tip area, just like brushing it a little bit there. So I'm also gonna be adding some more colors too, like red, yellow, white. So for that, I'm gonna clean my brush first here, and I'm trying to make sure like I don't take any more water from my sky for now. Okay, so I am just trying to cover that red area that I had there and adding just a plain white. Again, this white will help us that red color to spread a little bit more, because I'm gonna be using red in a second. So all I'm doing is just adding some white here, almost covering all of this area, but I'm trying to keep some of the yellow too because I really like the yellow there. And I am taking a bigger glob of bigger amount of white there, because like I said, the more white you use, it will be so much easier to spread your paint and blend your paint, especially the red one, because I don't really want to add like too dark color there, but that little red will be gonna go like very long way, if you know what I really mean. Okay, so now here I am just gonna clean my brush, and then I'm just gonna take some red color, and again just take little by little if you're also doing your sky with me again. So here I'm just taking tiny bit of red and adding this kind of a line, just very randomly like that. Alright, and then if you feel like you have too much of red on your brush, you can clean your brush. I don't have any color left there. So here, just like I did on the top, I'm doing the same thing right here, just going left to right, and it's gonna blend my color with the white color that I have in the background. So yeah, something like this. And also gonna bring this color a little bit on my yellow area like that. So one stroke on the red, one stroke on the yellow, one stroke on the red, one stroke on the yellow area. So if that makes sense, I don't know if you guys really understand that or not, what I'm saying sometime, but yeah. Okay, so now here I'm just gonna clean my brush, and then I'm just gonna add some white there. Okay, so again, make sure you don't have any more water on your brush if you are doing this with me. Just taking a little bit of white and going in between the red area and the blue area, just very lightly. So I'm adding this white little by little, starting from that center of the blue area and going all the way to the top by doing that. But again, very slowly. I am not rushing or anything, just using tip for the whole time. Alright, so yeah, here as you can see, my sky is looking very pretty now. I really like it. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to my next part, which is this is very optional if you want to add the sun or not. I am gonna add my sun here, and for this I'm using that same brush, and I'm just kind of I'm not really adding like a perfectly round circle for the sun. I'm just adding like this kind of a little line, and it almost looks like a little circle, but it's clearly not. So yeah, I'm basically adding this kind of a lining, and something that looks slightly closer to like a circle. Okay, and yeah, that's all I'm doing here, and then I'm just gonna add my palm tree and other stuff. And I recommend, if you are also making a palm tree, make sure you take a little break, because everything is still wet and it will be a little bit trickier to do that. But while this is drying, if you like to go back and do the edges of your canvas, you can do that, so that if you do the edges, all of this whole canvas is gonna look like everything is kind of together, right? So yeah, you can also do the edges if you want to. All right, so now I'm gonna add my palm tree using my this flat brush, and I'm using black paint. Now if you are using like a tube paint that comes in a tube, you can also use a little bit of water, and the consistency is something like this. It's not too watery, it's not too thick, but I am actually not using that tube brush. But if you don't have this kind of a brush, you can also use that flat brush that I'm keep showing you guys, but that brush is very thick for me, so I'm not using it. Okay, so here I'm taking a little bit of paint, and then I'm just adding one line like that, just using tip for the whole time. And you can leave it alone if you want to. I really want to make it a little bit more thicker, so I'm gonna go back one more time. And remember, there is nothing perfect in nature, right? So we don't need to create any perfect straight line. But if you are trying to get edgier line and you are not getting any edgier line, you can see little bubbles, like little white dots everywhere when you paint. Just take a little water, it will help you to get that sharp edgier line. Alright, I'm done with that big brush. I'm taking my smallest brush now, and it's number 0 size, if you wonder. So now I'm gonna add the branches. So that looks something like this. Just start from the center of that area, and then just make a little curve down, and I'm gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. This might look a little scary, I don't know. Whenever I teach my classes, everybody gets a little scared, but don't be. Just all you have to think about is just go for it. Just don't think a lot. The more you think, your hand shakes a lot. So just don't think about it, and just think like you are painting with the drawing with the pencil, and you're making it that little line. Okay, so I add one more there, and just gonna add couple more, one on the top and the other one is curving the other side. And yeah, something like this. Now I'm gonna start adding like a little leaves. So I'm using that same brush for that. After you are done with this part, just take a little bit more paint on your brush, and you don't have to count your leaves, how many you add here, but you see this shape is curving this side, right? I'm following the same shape, and again this is curving this side, so I'm gonna add these leaves similar to that same shape. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just trying to follow the shape that I already have it there for my branch. So this is going up, so I'm just adding this line going a little up. On the other side, again, just following the shape that I already have, just like little tiny dots there. Yeah, again, this might look a little confusing to you maybe, guys, but try it on a paper maybe before you do it on a canvas, I guess. I don't know. All right, so here I am gonna add one more palm tree, and it's facing the other side now. And I am gonna add hammock in the middle right there, and that's why I'm trying to add both of these palm tree closer as possible. So yeah, so I add my tree trunk first, and now I'm gonna add my branches now, just like I did with my first tree. I'm doing the same thing with this one too. So again, I'm adding branches on both sides first so that I get more idea how my tree is gonna look like, and just add 3 or 4 more branches there. You don't have to completely follow your first tree. It's okay if this one have more branches or less branches, I guess. And oh, again, if you are new to my channel and you don't know, I have a Etsy shop, and I also have now my website where you can purchase a painting kit that comes with all the art supplies, canvas, paintbrush, paint, apron, and also a step-by-step video instructions. So you will find more painting option on my website, so check it out. Alright, so here I am all done with my both of the tree. Now I'm gonna add my hammock, and for that I'm using a little bit watery paint. So again, this will give me that nice sharp line, and all I'm gonna do is add a little curve line starting from one palm tree trunk and bringing into the other side. So just something like this. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing one on the bottom. I'm gonna leave a little space in the center, so as you can see, something like this. Alright, so as you can see, both of the corners are not perfect same size. There's nothing perfect, right? We don't need any perfect line there. That's okay. Alright, and then all I'm gonna do is just fill everything inside of that hammock, inside the hammock. Alright, and you know how we hang the hammock? I mean, it has these kind of ends when we attach it with the trunk. So I'm just gonna add like a couple or 2 or 3 maybe lines, so something like this, starting from there, bringing it a little down, so it's like a little string, whatever you guys call it. But I'm doing that same thing on the other side too. And guess what, we are done with our painting. Maybe a couple more things left. First is your name on your painting. I always say, no matter how it turned out, you paint it. It's you guys have fun making it, and that's what it's important, right? So just sign it. Yeah. And I thought that something is still missing, so I go back with my small brush and a little bit of white paint, and just adding like a little line, just one line on that area, just so that it gives a little light that coming from there and there. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm also gonna add a couple more lines like these on the palm tree too, so that that looks, I think it's better than just a plain black. But whenever you feel like you apply too much of white, if you are also trying to add there, just add a little bit of more black and cover that white, just like I am doing right now here. Simple, right? Thank you so much, guys, for supporting my small YouTube channel here and watching my videos. I hope you guys are enjoying painting with me videos. If you do, let me know in the comment. I love to make new paintings, and I know somebody told me to draw a flower video. I didn't get a chance for that. Make sure you clean your brushes with this washer, I'm sorry, this soap water, so that you can use these brushes again. I wasted so many of my brushes, so don't do that. Okay, so yeah, I was saying that thank you guys so much for supporting my YouTube channel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time for my another paint with me video. Thank you so much. Bye, I'll see you next time.